The victims of Bernie Madoff are still picking up the pieces. 10 years after the biggest investment fraud in history was exposed, Madoff, as you remember, confessed to his $65 billion Ponzi scheme a decade ago in the thick of the financial crisis. It fundamentally changed the way we invest, the way investment advisors are regulated, and who we trust. Now, in a new era of volatility, many are wondering, could it happen again? Scott Cohn has our report.
Joyce Greenberg, who invested millions with Madoff, remembers the shock.
I think what he did is despicable.
Eileen Kent says her parents, now in their 90s, lost 3/4 of their net worth.
It was shock, it was disbelief, it was distrust.
The world had seen investment scandals before, but nothing like this. Bernard Madoff was respected, a former chairman of NASDAQ, a sought-after expert on market structure, like at this roundtable a year earlier.
We saw, meaning my brother and myself, that there was an opportunity to bring automation into the over-the-counter marketplace.
But his investment advisory business, with a reported $65 billion under management, was a sham.
I gift-wrapped and delivered the largest Ponzi scheme in history to them, and somehow they couldn't be bothered to conduct a thorough and proper investigation.
The SEC missed all the signals, including from whistleblower Harry Markopolos. Since then, the agency has had a total overhaul.
There are 4,600 people at the SEC. If they don't have it in the front of their mind, they certainly have Madoff in the back of their mind.
The lead prosecutor in the Madoff case, now in private practice, says the whole industry is more careful.
It was an object lesson, both for institutions and for regulators. And hopefully, the passage of 10 years has not led them to lose track of that lesson.
Madoff claimed to have acted alone, but 15 people, including his younger brother Peter, either pleaded guilty or were convicted in the cover-up. 4 people, including Madoff's son Mark, committed suicide. Madoff himself is in the 10th year of a 150-year sentence at a medium-security prison in North Carolina. His former defense attorney stays in touch.
He's doing okay. I mean, for 80 years old.
When we visited in 2013, Madoff told us prison is like being in the Army, only you're not worried about getting killed. Much less stressful than his life of crime.
He's leading a lot better life than many of the victims are.
As for those victims, it's complicated. On average, they're getting back about 75% of their principal, unheard of in a typical Ponzi scheme. But investors who took out more than they invested, like Eileen Kent's parents, are lucky to get anything at all. That's because courts have ruled the returns the investors thought they had earned, some $50 billion in all, were nothing but Bernie Madoff's cruel fiction. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Scott Cohn.